I give you Urianger's humble abode. Come. Let's see if he's home. Dude, I just imagine Urianger is gonna be like Invader Zim level, like just like Clockwork Orange brainwashed tortured right now. Dude, Thancred looks so cool with the gunbreak ammo all down the side. Wait, this was Urianger's jail cell?
Urianger, are you in?
Unto a world weary of heroes, a hero wends his way.
Now that he's an astrologian, he's 8 times edgier. Job change and increase edginess. Literal Seto
The
Kaiba.
Exarch did send word that thou would seek me out, but ne'er did I imagine thou wouldst arrive so soon. Full glad am I to see thee once more, my friend, and none the worse for thy travails.
Run along, Minfilia. We will meet you outside.
But...
Another one for you to imbue, if you'd be so kind.
Dude, I don't think it's gay to want to fuck the guys in this game. Honestly. Is that a child? Yes, this is a child.
I take it thou hast met with our other comrades already?
I'm serious. Like, I don't think it's gay to think that Urianger looks like. I think that Urianger looks good right now for straight people reasons. Look at that dress. He looks good as fuck in that dress. Why the fuck are you so loud? I don't know. Shut up. Look, if I cover up his one piece of oh, I'm not clicked in the game. Watch this. If I cover up his one piece, oh fuck. I'll do it again when the camera's in the right place. Fuck. That was the end of the cutscene. I didn't know. Okay, now watch this.
That Master Alphino and Mistress Alize now travel in thy company is of great comfort to me.
If you cover up
As
the
for the
facial hair,
rest-
if you cover up the facial hair, he's hot. He's hot either way. Yeah, but I'm saying he's a good-looking guy with the facial hair, but then if you get rid of the facial hair, he's good-looking. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine. I want to suck Urianger's cock.
It beginneth in earnest. The hunting of the Light Wardens, and perforce the war with Yulmore. Hark thee then to my words, and through them behold the vision that I did glimpse, that of the 8th Umbral Calamity.
God. Every time he talks, he annoys me. Just shut up, Urianger. Be hot. Stop trying to be smart.
I did bear witness to events yet to come.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Urianger with his job change literally can see the future now. I'm not sure if he actually sees the future like on the reg now, but when he got pulled through to the first, he had a huge vision of the future. He had like a big boy brain blast, but I'm not sure if he can consistently see the future.
There I saw the combined forces of Eorzea and the Far East offering fierce resistance to the legions of Garlemald. So fierce, in fact, that they did begin to push the enemy back. Ilm by painful ilm at first, then Yalm by Yalm, and Malm by Malm in time. Yet the joy they felt was short-lived, for in so doing they did force the Empire's hand. Faced with defeat, the Garleans turned to a weapon most vile. Black Rose.
This Black Rose shit's really fucked up. So the one thing that we know about Black Rose is it actually like destroys people's ether. So I'm curious, like, I feel like that's just a glimpse into the effect that it does have.
Its potency defied all reckoning.
Like, I feel like it has, like, a more permanent effect on, potential rejoinings, you know what I mean?
Once released, the gas took on a life of its own, wreaking untold carnage not only in Eorzea, but in the provinces of the Empire besides. From fighters upon the front lines to babes in their beds, none were spared. And as the casualties became too numerous to count, so did the fabric of civilization begin to unravel. Nor did the land itself escape unscathed. For spreading from the site of its release, Black Rose brought death to the very soil.
There's one person in chat who said Connie Sana Sag. I think if Connie Sana died, I actually think I would care. Like, if Kanye died in this game, I think I would care even less. Literally one guy. Yeah, I actually... It's a valid opinion. It's a valid opinion, right? I'm not making fun of that person. But I think that's actually the only person who cares. The only person who cares. You love her? Why? Does she must do... There are like two people who love her. Either you like characters who do absolutely nothing and are fucking terrible, or she does something in this expansion. She has done nothing.
To survive amidst the chaos and upheaval, men came to live by the sword, the rule of law giving way, inevitably, to the rule of might. Thus was the spark struck and the fire kindled, and swiftly did it spread as a blaze in a field of straw to engulf every corner of the world. Nations worthy of the name did then cease to exist. And those souls brave and true who might have risen to restore order
Oh no, this is a terrible vision. Well, we know Ishola's just sleeping. She does that all the time. She's always napping. Wait, who's next to them? Me? Yeah, Ishola doesn't die. She sleeps.
were no more.
Why they got me wearing a little...
For the weapon spared not one. Not even thee.
Why they got me glammed like a little neck scarf on, like I'm Freddy from Scooby-Doo.
An endless age of war, begotten by the blight of Black Rose. Such is the legacy of the 8th umbral calamity which I did behold.
So, Black Rose will help bring the calamity. It will help bring the calamity. Okay, cool. That's what I thought.
No matter the cost, we must forestall this tragedy.
Wait, it actually is the calamity. That's kind of confusing. It makes sense, but not all the way. Like, is that the calamity for the source? But how is that aspected in light? You'll learn more. Yeah, it seems like all the dots aren't actually there.
To that end, I have labored during my sojourn in this world, discovering in so doing the answer to a pressing mystery. That of Black Rose's inexplicable potency.
Ah, there we go. It's literally a calamity nuclear weapon.
Come.
Urianger, slow down. Slow down.
Dost thou recognize yonder chart?
Yeah. It's the chart of the elements.
Indeed. 'Tis a rendering of the elemental wheel, As the chart maketh plain, our world is composed of 6 elements, in addition to which there exist 2 poles in fundamental opposition.
Wait, a shitload of my predictions were actually right. Super early on. Like, the ARR predictions that I had for, when we were doing Remu. I didn't even realize that so many of them were right. A few were wrong, but... Damn, that's actually pretty crazy. ARR is predictable? Yeah, but I like, guess some things about the world that are starting to get proved out.
Astral, the active. Umbral, the passive. As a reflection of the source, the first naturally compriseth the selfsame forces. Yet, curiously, there is a notable divergence in their nomenclature. To be specific, the denizens of this world employ not the terms astral and umbral. Thus was I moved to inquire what names said forces had been assigned. A simple question which yielded a most unexpected answer. Upon demanding the name of the pole aligned with activity and growth, I was told that as life's myriad colors combine to produce black, the people of the first had called it darkness. At this, did my mind begin to race. It was only when I asked what name had been given to the pole aligned with passivity that mine eyes were opened to the truth. Peace and tranquility being as purest white, unmarred by color, I was told it had been given the name of light.
That's umbral light and astral darkness, yes? I'm no etherologist, but it strikes me that the nomenclature of the first is rooted in the generation of the 2 forces, while our own appears to focus on their effects. Which makes one wonder, have we had it backwards all this time?
"'Tis indeed a compelling question, and one which beareth closer examination. Yet what knowledge we already possess sufficeth to explain the chain of events. The phenomenon of etheric thinning observed in the source is the consequence of light, the power of stasis, flowing in from the first to stifle the movement of ether within the land. And according to Master Alphino, Black Rose slayeth by halting the circulation of ether within living beings.
May I be honest? I get it. But the thing is, this is just typical mental masturbatory exercises that philosophy students want to do. That's really what this is. It's like, yeah, you can give something a name, but it is what it is and it isn't what it isn't. You know what I mean? This thing's good, this thing's bad for me. There's no difference between good and bad, none of that shit. This is something I want, this is something that I don't want. You can call it anything you fucking want. That's all it is. That's all it is. We're just playing around with fucking names. Let's stop the bad thing from happening that makes our world worse. That's all it is.
Should such a weapon be unleashed even as the first were rejoined, replete as it is with light,
We would have a disaster of untold proportions on our hands. A calamity.
Yep.
We are to eliminate the Light Warden of Ilneg.
Aye. 'Tis all but certainly ensconced within Urianger, the castle which standeth in the midst of the lake. To enter said stronghold, we must needs turn to the pixies for aid. Henceforth shall I accompany you, and do all in my power to ensure that my vision doth not come to pass.
My friend, ere I speak to the task on hand, there is a question I would pose to thee. What thinkest thou of mine appearance? He knows. Did you lose weight? Did I lose weight? If 'tis of flesh thou speakest, I cannot rightly say. However, in taking up astrology, I may have shed with some yalms of fabric. My present attire better suiteth the art. Art? So you're an artist? A performance artist?
'Tis done. The pixies shall be well pleased with these gifts. Ah, lest I forget. White auracite, newly forged for thy use.
What do we need the white auracite for? Are we trying to capture more Ascians? We got a brand new Master Ball? Our mission being to thwart the rejoining, we will most assuredly cross paths with those who crave the contrary, our eternal enemies.
Thus did I choose to abide in this ether-rich land, the better to fashion a trap for the Ascian's essence.
May I come in now?
You may indeed, assuming you've finished.
The mini-philia thing is actually so weird. I really don't know where it's gonna go.
I did as you asked.
Is that money or a bag of magic beans?
That's my girl, thank you.
Legitimate dad Thancred. He's actually a father.
I should probably explain. Though my body remained behind in the source, its limitations saw fit to accompany me. Which is to say, I cannot manipulate ether.
I
took up the
forgot
Campbell
about
for its
that.
defensive advantages, but on account of my little impairment, I cannot imbue the ammunition myself. Luckily for me, Minfilia has quite a talent for it.
Minfilia, once we set forth, we are not like to return for some while. If thou wouldst choose tomes to take with thee, let it be now.
Really? May I?
Of course, my dear. Yet have care thou dost not add overmuch to thy burden, lest I incur Thancred's ire.
Uncle Urianger? Uncle Yuri? You think Uncle Yuri and Uncle Thancred,
Hast thou spoken to him of thine encounter with the Minfilia of Eld?
how long have these guys been in this dimension?
Well, I suppose now is as good a time as any.
Yep, it happens.
As you know, I freed young Minfilia from captivity in Yulmore some 3 years past. Not long after, the two of us journeyed to
Long
the
enough.
south of Armareng, to the edge of the Empty, where the flood was halted. 'Twas there that she awakened. The Minfilia of old. My Minfilia.
Here we go. All right. Wow. The second that I was like, I want some answers on this whole Minfilia situation, we're literally getting it. Dude, I feel like that has happened non-stop with this expansion.
Tell me, what must I do to bring you back?
It happens non-stop with this expansion. You literally, the second that you're like, man, what is going on with this? She literally, with her fucking 5-headed story writing, is just like, and here you go. Here's your fucking answer. The pacing is perfect. So fucking good.
My dearest Thancred, as I am now, I am no different from an Ascian. This child is but a vessel. One of many I have used that I might spread word of her enduring blessing and preserve the flame of hope. In my name, each has died, never having lived her own life. I have taken enough from these children. I will take no more.
Okay, this is making me think a lot. This is making me think a lot about potentials for like what's going on with the Ascians, what's going on with Zodriarch, what's going on with Hydaelyn, what's going on. Okay, this is actually, I feel like This is one of those things where we're learning about Minfilia, but they're also like, hey, if you pay attention to this line, you're going to learn about the entire universe. Like that line, I'm no more but than an Ascian, seems so fucking important. Because it's like, it's like this idea, I don't know if you guys remember when I was talking about Solace, and I was like, you know, Solace is a Garlean. So do not all Ascians come from one place? How does someone actually become an Ascian?
But what of your suffering? Your sacrifice? This isn't fair! I will not stand for it. I cannot! There must be something we can do. Tell me!
Should the day come when this child grows weary of fighting and wishes to cast it all aside, then shall I take up her burden. But should she wish instead to become the master of her own destiny,
She's a good possessor.
then shall I bequeath to her my all. Imbued with the strength that I reserve for rebirth, she may come to wield my powers as her own.
Okay, so Minfilia possesses these girls. She could completely take over if she wants to, but instead she just gives them superpowers.
And what of my wishes? What of Flamine's? What of all the people who love and care for you and want nothing more than to see you again?
It is not their decision to make. It is hers. This child's. This Minfilia's. You have ever watched over me, Thancred. Now I ask that you do the same for her. Protect her. Teach her. Stand by her as you stood by me.
How much good story was there in 1.0? Like, obviously the game was fucked up in 1.0, but was the story actually pretty good? Not much. Like, none? Okay. I actually didn't know that you played through Thancred, like, saving Minfilia in 1.0. Yeah, I didn't know that you actually, like, played through that. I knew that, like, we obviously know that it happens, right? It gets, like, described to us, but I didn't know that you actually played through it.
There is much and more she does not know. She needs a guide to show her the ways of the world, or she will never find her own path. When the time comes, you will find me here. Until that day.
Minfilia, wait!
What happened?
Man, she couldn't stay and hang out just like a little bit longer.
And then she was gone. Minfilia, the girl, claims to have no recollection of any of it.
Damn, that's such like a weird scenario. Imagine basically like your best friend, somebody that you essentially saved and raised, and kind of having like this weird Jupiter ascending clone that the real version asks you to take care of. Little sister. It's like he's like a dad. I think that somebody can be like, he's like her dad, but also they're like best friends. I think that, I don't know, like you can have a parental relationship with somebody and still have them be one of your best friends. I would consider my dad one of my best friends, you know? Yeah. I like, friendship and family are two very powerful things that I think the lines are quite blurred, right? I think family has like a sense of duty attached to it in a lot of ways. But friendship is something that like the duty isn't inherently there. It's something that you kind of place there. So I think by calling family friends, it shows that the duty has transcended the familial ties and you really choose to do it yourself. You know what I mean?
I have told her many things. Where we came from, what we fight for. But of that day, I have not spoken.
With the coming of another possessed of the blessing of light, the first hath begun to rise up in defiance of its fate. The question remaineth, however, who shall take up the flame of hope which Minfilia hath borne for so long? Whether we will it or no, the choice must soon be made.
Urianger's like 22, but he talks like he's 80.
I'm sorry I took so long. It was so hard to choose. In the end, I settled on just the one.
Urianger is actually 29. All right, Ophelia. Your dad and your uncle are talking in here. You can't just walk in. I thought the pixies were straight up torturing Urianger, but he's been fine. That is like the biggest surprise of all of this. Is there anything you can tell us about the Light Warden? He outplayed them? Yeah, it seems like he did. He's good with kids? Yeah, he's just clever, man. I thought they were straight up torturing him. Dude, it's so hot in my apartment right now. What is going on? I need a bubble bath. Hearken to me, O spirits of the water. We are come. Not in the talkative mood, apparently. Doing Thancred. I like that. I'm not exactly sure how the gate works, but if the Futa are water spirits, perhaps we should take our search into the lake. Lindy, weird time to watch this game. Oh, I suppose a brief dip wouldn't hurt. We're going in, boys. We all know Thancred swims like an eel. Where the eels? But what about you, Minfilia? Fucking man, they put all of the eels so late in the game. They were so hard to find, but we finally got here. I can swim well enough. Thancred taught me. What about you, Alfie? You gonna be all right? Now that you're literally a ghost, can you swim? Excellent. What about you, Urianger? I'm not so sure I've ever asked. He's got his swimming dress on, I feel like. What is going on? Rather than swim, mayhaps it would be more expeditious to walk upon the surface by means of magic. Talk about not answering the question. Like, just say you can't swim. He's like, yo, do you want to walk on the fucking water? Like, Jesus, babe? It's like when somebody asked me if I'm short. I'm like, hey, did you see my new shoes? We see right through you. You too, Urianger? That you should be a kindred spirit? Oh my god. Dude. Alfie's instantly like, bestie? Just two band geeks hanging out, tuning their trombones. Worry not, my friend. I know some helpful tricks, and I should be more than happy to share them with you. Together, we shall conquer the waves. Well, well, well. Aren't we a lovely lot? And you have an entreaty for us, you say? An entreaty for mortals. What a treat. Just hanging out together and drowning. Hey, my comrades and I are on a quest to vanquish the Light Warden. To that end, we would humbly beg the loan of the Shell Crown, which we are given to understand is the safekeeping for your people. Oh, is that all? Of course, of course. You may have it. You shall have it. Just like that. What do you want from us, bitch? Ho, 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 ho. No need to be so sussy, bruh. The crown simply doesn't mean much to us, is all. Based, watery voice knows not to pay attention to the mentor crown. As a matter of fact, nothing means much to us, for we are Futa! It's over before it's begun, and we couldn't care less what becomes of the Fairy King, nor the world for that matter. Damn, this is a fucking edgy quest, man. Dude, this quest is intense! This one's for the culture. Having said that, we do seldom have mortal visitors, and it would seem a shame not to make the most of you. Finally, a Pago I deserve. Yo, what? Also, look at... I was like, oh my god, this is such a cool dungeon, and then I see Peach and Mario. Dude, this actually looks like the new Mario Golf game. This actually looks like a Mario Golf game. Well, let's see if we can win this hole. Did I just take a picture? Wait, what? Wait, this button takes pictures on my computer? Wait, where do they go? Wait, I don't need to take the pictures on my phone? Carbuncle, get out of the way. Let's do this. Okay, this might be my favorite dungeon so far. Is that a Squirtle? The Futa? Wait, Futas are Squirtles? Big, okay. It's a scholar Squirtle. A real fucking aristocrat. Wow, I don't have dots up right now. But I didn't realize because there's another summoner in the group. I actually hate that I can see the other. Whoa. This is always what I imagined like Chuck E. Cheese would be like, but my parents never took me. Dude, anytime the chat freaks out about a random story boss in a dungeon, I'm like, you realize it's not this isn't supposed to be hard, right? It's not gonna be hard. If we wipe to the story boss, I'll give 10 subs. It's not gonna happen. That doesn't count. The Mentor Crown. Squirtle evolved into War Turtle. Man, why does that guy look like Cloaksy? Alright, let's do this. Here we go. frog. I'm a frog. I'm a frog. I'm a fucking frog. How long? I didn't know that was possible. Unavoidable mechanic. We don't fall. Change the song. No! No, that was... Wait! Finn! Wait! How did I clipped on the edge!
Wilford!
Bravo! Amazing! Jolly good show.
What the fuck is going on right now?
You do not hold back. But I would have it no other way. Seldom have I enjoyed such sport.
I thought we were gonna have like a really badass dungeon where we were gonna like kill another one of the Light Wardens.
We have satisfied thy demands. Wilt thou now satisfy ours?
Of course. Of course. There it is. The relic you seek. Yours for the taking. Have care you do not break it, though, yes.
Yes. I do have care. Buff, buff, buff. Dude, this dungeon's pretty cool. It's goofy, but... Dude, the part when the flowers start dropping down as you were walking... Wait, is this frog a bad frog?
Ah, but you, my friend. You are mighty indeed, and pleasing to the eye besides.
Dude, don't hit on me, frog. That's weird.
More? I want to see more of him.
Oh, God. These frogs fucking love me.
Yes! Yes! I could watch him forever!
That frog really likes me.
Why don't we just make him one of us?
Oh, God. Let's kill all the frogs. Ban them all.
Yes! One of us!
One of us, one of us, one of us! One of us, one of us, one of us! One of us, one of us, one of us!
What a fine idea! Why ever didn't I think of that? You may have the crown, but in exchange, we will have you!
Dude, if I actually get turned into a frog, I'm gonna be mad. Am I gonna have to do like 10 quests as a frog right now?
Wake up! Wake up, damn you!
Ah, you're finally awake, frog. Frog, Skyrim. Is Thancred a frog right now? Get frogged.
Ah, you're alive. Thank the gods. I don't know where you learned to breathe underwater, but it's lucky you can.
Dude, can they turn ghosts? Dude, Frogbert, dude. I want a little I want Frogbert. Dude, imagine if they just panned
I'm sure you had your reasons. But the first rule of dealing with the Froth is do not deal with the Froth.
First rule of dealing with Fuda is to just avoid it. Dude, imagine if the camera pan. You look over the side and all of your friends drowned. And it's like, I don't know how you learned how to breathe underwater, but that sure was lucky.
It's said that they are born from the souls of the drowned. Were it not for your little trick, you'd have joined them. Your friends are safely back on dry land, in case you were wondering. They'll be searching for you, I expect. That's the royal capital of the Kingdom of Verbert down there.
It's seen better days.
They were a stubborn lot, the Verbertites. Set in their ways. But once you got to know them, you couldn't find a more welcoming people.
You're stubborn lot, okay.
It always froze over in winter, being up in the mountains. So we'd pull up our chairs round the fire and trade tales over steaming bowls of lamb stew, while the street lamps burned hot and bright outside.
I just realized, I wouldn't have realized if you guys didn't say it, this is the city in Ishgard. This is actually the fucking city underwater. Holy fuck. It's so obvious now, like when you look at it, you can see the architecture. Holy fucking shit. I knew it was this zone. I knew the zone that we were in, the mirror of the zone, but I didn't realize that this underwater city, the part that we were actually at, like, holy fucking shit.
All dead and buried now. Them and anyone else who might remember. Everything we did. Everything we gave. What was it for?
Holy shit.
I wonder. I hope you'll have a better answer than this when all's said and done.
Hey, that's the tower where that priest threw the little kid off. Got saved by a dragon. The only thing I want to know is if there are mirrors of, like, certain characters at all. Which I think will be revealed soon. I have a feeling the Crystal Exarch is a mirror of Grahatia. In some capacity. I think the Crystal Exarch is Grahatia. There was nothing where we looked. Rich. Yo. Dear gods, were it not for Sorbonne's blessing, but I need not labor the point. I am glad to see you safe and well, my friend. Have you any idea how worried we were to wash up on shore only to find that you weren't with us? Oh, but I'm forgetting, here's your crown, your majesty. The Futa kept that part of the bargain at least. While you were certain the twists and turns, our weekend here is done, with everyone the worse for wetness. Oh, thank goodness you're still here. Sul-Un, is there something amiss? A great big mob of mortals is marching to Ilmeg, mortals with ugly weapons and uglier faces. They wouldn't happen to be your friends, would they? Rather the reverse. I feel the Omorian army at a guess. Meaning, we can play with them? Yeah, you can play with them as much as you want. As much as you like. But just to be sure, return to confirm their identities, suspect with your aid. If Alfie is coming, then Alizé will too, yes. Can't have one compete without the other, you know? Sigh. Alright, just remember, we're not your playmates this time. I'm afraid we must leave the rest of the relic hunt in your hands. Don't worry. I've done this sort of thing before. I'll just pick that one. Indeed, you have. Very well, then. See you afterwards, my friend.